Hello, 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 and welcome back to Gleba. Now, I think I'm gonna set up tent a bit longer here because there are some tweaks that I want to do to this design. I do think that today we'll finally get this thing going, but yeah, there are a couple of things that I think could be done better. And basically, at the very end, I want to see the production line stuck at 180 per minute and not fluctuating. Also, the thing that I hated most about how this design turned out was this thing over here. And that's going to be actually the first thing that I'll try to sort today. Um, let's actually get sound back on. And the somewhat easy fix for this, I kind of dislike this the way this was placed as well, and I did mention that this can be slightly optimized, but is that the correct rotation? Yes, it is. Okay, so this one I need to do one flip. I think that this is the way I want to have it. Yeah. And this one, okay. These ones need to be offset. Yeah, there's gonna be a slight problem with this. Can I grab one of these? Would this be able to clear? That's a very fast belt. If for any reason things get stuck here, I kind of doubt a single one of those would be able to clear the whole belt. So the way we're gonna do this is like this. Let's remove that bit. Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna move and remove things for quite a while, so let's delete this. Turn the RoboPort off, and I do think that this can be over here. Check direction. This direction is not good. Okay, that is now pointing in the right direction. And finally, I do need to get the spoilage out of those ones. Okay, let's go into map mode. And this is all I need to do. This will be side loaded over here, and all of this spaghetti will be a thing of the past. I also no longer need the huge... I don't think this is needed anymore. Yeah, this. Just by doing this, I think that this looks substantially better. Now, let's have a look at this thing. So, I don't think there's a way to get spoilage out and feed from the same belt. So, on the plus side, this now neatly fits in the center. I think I want this one to be over here. And let's do, or over here. Let's keep it over here like this for now. Okay, let's do it symmetrical. And while I'm at it, I think that this and this will actually act as the restart for this one. So this will restart this, and everything back here. And I'll take care of this one in just a bit. Maybe I need to do a couple of things. Yeah, no, this is good. That is good. One thing that changed. So okay, yeah, that's good. That's now a blue belt, and I do need to jump over this. I don't like it that it's not symmetrical. This will go on the outside. This is gonna go on the inside. Hopefully that should be good. Well, I don't need condition for that one. I do need a condition for this one. So this is gonna be read contents including fuel, and this is gonna be spoilage equals to 0 as an enable condition. The stack size for that one is already set, which is good. I do want to limit this one before I forget as well. So similarly, I'll read everything including fuel, and I'll enable this when fuel is less than 3. So basically, if I have 2 nutrients here or here, ideally here is gonna be the one that's left. I'm gonna start inserting. There is a very remote chance that this will run out just after the last nutrient here goes away and manages to go past this one, but that's a very small risk, so yeah, I'll take it. Nope. That was not the correct key that I wanted to press. Okay, getting back here. This one will pick from over here. And I think that the limit is set to the right amount. That one is no longer needed. Let's see. This one will need to go over here and go around like this. This space is reserved for the feedback loop. And yeah, I'll do the same condition. Same condition as this one, that is. And let's, while at it, set this one up. I'll put it the furthest to the left as I can. I've done this with red wire. Now, if I remember correctly, and I really hope I do, I wanted a maximum of 840 over here. And I want this to hold all belts. Same for this one. Output is done. That's on the outside, so it should be able to go merge back over here. Okay, that is working. I'll probably have to go plant a bit more soil over there. Okay, so let's have, actually, before I do anything, I want to start building the electric engines. What am I missing? That's a decent number of red chips. I really hate crafting so many things by hand. I'll do it like this. Still greater than 1000. There's no need to limit that one. This one is still working. Okay. That's the last bit. I need a lot of engines. So let's automate this a bit. Automate might be a bit of an overstatement, but let's go with that word. So lots of gears. I need Lots of steel. And what was it? Pipes. And for this one, I need 2 green chips. I need 200 engines, so I need to put at least 400 green chips. Let's be a bit more generous. So yeah, I should get my electric engines now. Back to the problem at hand. Well, and speaking of the problem at hand, the reason I remember that is that I'll actually need to upgrade some of these belts. But before I do that, I need to optimize a couple of things. Which one is it? This one. So you will read contents, including crafting, a stack size of 1, and I want this to be enabled when eggs are less than 3. Similarly, that will be like that. Okay. Ideally, this would be a blue belt as well. No. So while playing around yesterday with the circuit conditions, I did realize that I've made a fairly small mistake, but something that I'll need to fix regardless. So I'll do another clock here. There's a perfect spot for this one. Let's use the same. X marks the spot sign. Input count 1 is 1, and when setting the clock, if I want to have 60 ticks, this is a base 0. Not base 0, a 0 index count, because it doesn't start with 1, it actually starts with 0. There's a reset frame when the counter goes over. So yeah, if I want perfect 60, I need to do that. And this one will be override stack size of 2. Why 2? So basically, this is 1 second. This is assuming my UPS doesn't drop, that is. This is 2. This is 2 per second because this draws in 2 of this per second and 2 of this per second, which is what this is calibrated to. And what I'm doing here, I'm actually trying to shorten the belt, shorten the amount of items that I have on belt, because the next thing, let's put this on red wire. I think that should be enough. I'll also add another one of these over here. Yeah, let's do it like that. I toggled on my exoskeleton again. Okay, so the next thing that I want to enhance is the way this works. So this is gonna be the core that's gonna control how long in the end this is gonna stay on the belt. This has a pretty good shelf life, but there's 2 major aspects here. First one is how long the Biofox is gonna stay on the shelf, on the belt. But probably the more important one is how long the ingredients are gonna stay in the assembly machines before they get processed, before they start going into a recipe and their spoilage time is frozen. And as such, first of all, this needs to be limited. Because if I put something in here that's gonna be processed and then the machine is just gonna wait for this to be emptied out. And this is basically could up to maybe even 5 to 10% spoilage. And that is 5 to 10% spoilage that's gonna be applied. Well, 10% is gonna be 5% spoilage that's gonna be applied here, assuming this one can counterbalance. So by doing this, I might have to tweak these values ever so slightly. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make sure that this one always has at least 3 each for these inserters to pick up and dump into this one. It is that simple. And there's gonna be a somewhat similar pattern happening over here. But let's take care of one thing that really annoyed me. I really didn't like the asymmetry here. I think that this is actually slightly better, at least in my view. And well, getting back to where I started from, I will use this is gonna be a baseline, this is gonna be a bottleneck. So the way this is gonna work is that this is gonna be configured to work at always at maximum speed. So if I copy over the recipes for this one, let's turn this to Yamako Mash. Yeah, that's good. So we're gonna read contents. Doesn't matter if it's in crafting or not. Stack size is 1. And again, I've mentioned this yesterday. This is not designed to work at full speed. This is designed to work at a variable speed, to keep the items on the belt as and in the machines as little as possible. And this and this. I do not care about the nutrients as much though. Maybe I should, but I don't. So this one requires 12. So this is gonna be 24. I will want to have ingredients in these machines as to basically always work. Okay, so this is 15, so this needs to go all the way up to 30. Let's make sure I connect the correct ones. And again, the principle, referring back to the episode yesterday, the way this works, getting this to produce the exact amount of bioflux necessary to sustain this one going with all the variables for feeding these machines and variable speed. This one going, which again is not a perfect ratio, and this one going, which is the only known quantity here actually, which is a 2. It's rather difficult. So we're gonna do variable speed here as well. But the way I'm gonna do variable speed here is gonna be slightly different than over there. And the main idea is that if this is full, let's move this just slightly more over here. And let's remember to actually do the additions. If this is full, so if I have 12 items on this belt, this is going to be single side loaded. I want to be on the low throttle condition where the items on the belt, very importantly, actually will get depleted, so it's not going to be sustainable. And when I detect that this is no longer full, I'm going to toggle on and get just a bit of additional production going to be able to fill this back up. And this is meant to be a constant variable cycle. One of the very easy ways to do this is with, maybe there's an even simpler way to do this, but I haven't thought about it a different way. It's this setup over here. So when bioflux is, I'll actually put it at 11. Less than or equal to 11. Because I do have one consumer here and I don't necessarily want to... Actually, no. There's enough buffer space in there. Let's set this to 12. So when this is less than or equal to 12, I'm gonna output 1 on the Q quantity, in this case channel. There's always a 1 quantity here and green, green, green. These two are meant to be constant speed manufacturing. These are meant to be variable speed manufacturing. The way I'm doing variable speed here is not set filters, but set stack size. Don't want to use filters. I guess that makes a bit more sense. So let's use the game's default signal channel. So this is now 2 when the signal drops below. This will go to 1, and this will actually throttle quite. So this is 1 per second, which is half the throughput for this. This is 2 per second is full throughput, and I think that's gonna give me just enough variation. And as such, one inserter is not enough. One inserter, even with... What? Do I have stack sizes here as well? No. That's not correct. The stack size over here is not meant to be overwritten. It must have copied over when I copied from these ones. This again, half capacity is more than enough. And I will want to upgrade this to a full, at least red belt. Those are the seeds coming out of that one. I'll use this space over here to carry the seeds down as well. And with that, maybe this one is better, actually. Do it like this. I did forget to check pollution. Over the last 10 minutes, pollution is good. Okay. I did get scared for just a second there. Let's sort out these belts, actually. So this one is a seed belt. It would ideally go something like that. I want to make sure I'm not building that side just yet. Oh yes, that is my... That is my waistline, which kind of needs to go down. Again, I might have to, I will want to move this substantially closer to the rocket silo. Ideally on a very fast belt. I'm trying to look over and see if I have a very funny feeling I've missed something. Okay, I have power. Let's actually do this. So if eggs equal to 12, this is gonna be enabled and this is not gonna have any filters. Yes, this one needs an output as well. Over here, I think that this will actually work well. This shouldn't have any issues. But let's get this thing started, get some science packs happening. I was in the process of setting up this belt, yes. Do you remember now? What's happening? Okay, this is still disabled. This needs to be limited on the correct seed. A bit annoying that I cannot undo that condition. I will need to get more soil over here. I'll definitely need to get more soil because this will... I don't think this will be able to sustain. While I'm here, let's check. This needs to be on a 2. I have double checked my numbers. Let's set the internal clock to 59 to the correct number. And an additional 30 milliseconds or 30 ticks, half a second actually. Oh, yes. Okay, so that belt is complete. I do need to get the seeds out. And I said that I'm gonna take the seeds out. Do not dare to build anything. I'm gonna take the seeds out over here. Oh, yes. That one's in, this one's out. Oh yes, I will need to manufacture some more blue belt. I just wanted to wait to see how much blue belt I'll actually need to manufacture. That's a turbo belt that is not part of this. I'm out of inserters. Just get some of those, so I need one of those. What else do I need? A substation. 2 of those, 1 substation. I do. Not really, I cannot do 4 more of those. How is the power situation? Bit awkward. So I need a substation there and a that's not good. Luckily. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't need that type of inserters over there. I'll do want to make sure that this gets properly drained. So 1 more substation over here. And why not? This should be everything? Not really everything. Now everything is powered up. And I think it looks much better not having that big dent in here, or bump. For now, let's just throw away the spoilage. I don't need it. I don't think that this system will actually produce that much spoilage, and I should be left only with belts. So 10 undergrounds, 35 regular, and 1 splitter. One thing I know I'll need is gears. Are you done? Amazingly, the answer is no, not really. That is extremely annoying. Okay, this should be all the red belt that I'll need to upgrade. My gears are already gone. Okay, for now, let's get one of those. Let's get 10 of these. Those are all my gears. So those are those. The only thing that's left is express transport belt. Slightly better gear cost at least. I have no idea where that one express belt. Not express, the very fast one. Oh, turbo. There it is. Much better, so just 34 of those. That's 340 gears, which is almost spot on to what I need. Let's get this back on the belt. I didn't mean to pick that one. I can craft 3 more, so just 6 more seeds. I have 6 more seeds. Is this full? I did not limit. Okay, I'll put those back in a chest. It's properly limited now. Let's craft. Really? 5 landfill? I probably should have read the fine print better. I'm gonna lose that that final jelly soil. Misclick. There we go. This one. I'll need some of those seeds as well, but right now I don't have enough landfill. And let's see where I can improve. Not really a lot of places for very high yield, fortunately, so yeah. Let's just fill now however much I can. Okay. Uh, we do have a few additional slots. Is this? I actually didn't fully look at this mechanic. I might have to move this one maybe somewhere over here. Yeah, this one will be moved out when I start that. But I do want to... Well, I would have wanted to craft a bit more soil for this one. Okay, no, this is enough. This, I think, should be enough. I think it's time to test it out. See how we go. Before I do that, let's check pollution. Pollution is good. So enable disable condition is... I'll try to keep just one fruit at a time. So whenever I have less than 50, let's get over to this one. This will be jelly nut. Yeah, this controls very limited amount of plants, which is not great. But I guess it does have some plants that it controls. Let's put this to less than 10, actually, because less than 50 means it will always have at least 50. Okay, I think that this is much better. This is with a limit of 5, which is good. There's still a few tweaks that I need to do in order to get this build running at 3 science packs per second, but all that and more in the final part of the agricultural science pack build. Until then, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you here next time.